God bless you, Dr. Charles Bachman. As always, thank you very much. You know, you're talking about, this communal way of actually bringing up kids, and it would be interesting to actually hear. We have a couple of young ladies here. So we have Charlynn here, we have Jasmine here, about their views on this. Because you remember when I was growing up, right? So let's see if this is a generational thing or it makes sense to them. Because sometimes I need to get into the psyche of our young ones, and I'm just thinking. You remember when we were younger?
Yeah.
When you were at home and you saw an elderly person coming from work, and had a couple of maybe carrier bags or something.
Yeah.
You go out, you meet them, and you carry it for them.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I did that.
I see something.
They don't have to be my relative. The fact that they're older.
The fact that they're older, that alone, is. What do you think about that, ladies? What's your view on that?
I think it's manners, isn't it? It's just, I don't think that's well, it might be generational, but sometimes people are just not aware. I think some of these things have to be taught because maybe they're just not aware that maybe that's the best thing to do.
But would you not find it strange that, you just walk down the road and tell an elderly person, because I remember when I was younger, every Saturday I had the task of actually cleaning my mum's bedroom. That it wasn't. Would you find that strange now to actually do that? If I said to Charlynn every Saturday morning you clean my bedroom, what would that?
I mean, well, I'm supposed to clean the house on Saturday anyway, so I wouldn't find it weird necessarily. But I think there is a difference, because I know that stuff that was more. It wouldn't be something you'd have to have asked maybe when you were growing up. It was just something that was expected. But I think sometimes maybe because people have maybe moved countries and in a different culture, maybe there's a bit of a disconnect. So there are things maybe that you would have done that you expect maybe your children to do, but in the culture they live in, they don't understand why. And I don't think it's necessarily their fault. It's just maybe the disconnect. So they just haven't been taught to do that. It's not something they expect to do.
Yes, definitely.
That's very true.
You know something strange, ladies? Is that Her Majesty Charlynn and Her Majesty Jasmine over there? Okay. HRH, Her Royal Highness. What I want to say, in addition to what the beautiful girls have said there, is the fact that, Charles, it's so painful to compare. I've done a little community research, and I found that there are some communities that their value system, like you mentioned, they've maintained it, like the Jewish community, the Asian community. They've maintained certain values that we held in high esteem when we were growing up, that made us who we are today, that has made us who, as parents, to be what we are today. And they maintained it. So it's possible for our community to also maintain the values that our forefathers once told us. You understand what I'm saying? Etiquette, how you open a door, all these things are fundamentals of growing up, the moral values that we teach. And so my point is that social media and this day and age, the young people, the disconnect that Charlynn is mentioning, was it Charlynn or Jasmine that mentioned that?
I think it was Charlynn.
Yeah, that disconnect is as a result of being inundated with information totally on not just social, but on the World Wide Web. You see what I'm saying? So they cannot decipher which one is valuable or which one is not. You see, most young people are growing up looking at the Kardashians and all those valueless and clueless life, and they are in church. Trust me, they're in our buildings, but they go home and look at all those whatever it is. You follow what I'm saying? But then those don't have values. So it's possible for us to be able to teach and train. That's why I'm combining teaching and training. Training is a practical demonstration of what I've taught you. You follow? For example, I noticed something over here in Accra, in Ghana. Whenever you go out, say if I'd gone out with Charlynn to eat in a restaurant, they would always serve me first. The waiters look to me. They don't look to Charlynn. I said, that's wrong. Basic etiquette is that ladies first. So whenever they even bring the menu to you, I said, give it to the lady. You see what I'm saying? And it starts from that. You go to a school. I do a lot of university tours and stuff. The young man will be sitting down, has his foot on the chair, and they're talking and texting, and the ladies are passing, they're mocking. I know we have times for fun and everything, but these are your university years, are your formative years. They are years that this is what's going out there. So my mission, and a few of us, is to add to academic prowess or academic or whatever it is, life skills. And life skills also entail things like resilience, endurance, focus, etiquette, manners. All those things come together. And we need to appreciate that. So comparing our time to this time, is if the Jews can do it, if the Asians can do it, if other communities can do it, we can do it too. I hope I'm making sense.
You are making perfect sense.
Yes, when you talk to a Jewish kid, they're not perfect. I mean, everybody's got issues. But there's one fundamental thing that, number one, they fear God. They respect God, no matter what. Number two, they have a lot of respect for old age. I mean, the seniors. They honor their father and mother because the Torah told them so. Same with the Muslim community or the Asians. Same with any other community. There's something the devil has stolen from us that we got to get back. And that is honor. We've got to bring honor back into the church, honor back into communities, honor back. So once there's honor, if I appreciate Jasmine and Charlynn, it inevitably, it's like a ripple effect. Everybody else would do it. And it's reciprocal. Charlynn honors me, and I honor her. So if there's anything that has changed, is the fact that both generations respect each other. And I pray that this one, as I esteem you highly, my daughters, God will do something good in your life.
Amen.
Your careers will stand, and you'll be an example in the community. You'll be a role model, not just a role model, but actual mentor and a coach, whether directly or indirectly.
Amen.
Because your life alone speaks volumes. How you conduct yourself publicly. You don't have to even talk to another. I call it lateral mentoring, where you mentor each other by your actions, by how you respond to things, your etiquette, your integrity, your ethical and moral values that you hold, your respect. All those little things reduces antisocial activities, that all these things. So they have a sense of belonging, a sense of direction. That we have goals in life. You follow. You remember Sister Esther in the Bible? Oh, I love that young girl. She had focus. She says, whatever happens, I'm going to see the king. If I perish, that is, oh my God, that's tenacity and resilience at its highest level. And that's what our kids need. When they have a focus of a great future, they will reduce all this wasting time hanging around with their trousers sagging. Sometimes, half of the time, I don't even hear what they're saying. I mean, you know, no, speak clear. So I have time. One of the principles I've adopted, girls, I want you to live this particular principle I'm going to teach you right now. Correct inappropriate behavior instantly. Always remember this. Uncle Charles from Ghana, no, from Milton Keynes, where Jesus lives, said, in life, you correct inappropriate behavior instantly. If you know that your friend is inappropriately behaving, you don't wait and say, oh my gosh, did you see that? No. You call her privately and say, listen, a lady doesn't do this, don't hang, things like that. So it's better that you say it to them and let them make up their own minds that don't say it at all. You follow? So the first lesson that we're going to do as young people in terms of peer mentoring and lateral mentoring is to always correct inappropriate behavior and to live the life that we expect to be right without even speaking or mentioning it. Your fruit should go before you, so they begin to see your fruit and they admire your fruit. God bless you, girls. I love you. I love you.
God bless you. I love you too. That was so amazing.
Sorry. Go on, Jasmine.
Backman, I wanted to kind of like get you to elaborate more about, the fact that you did compare the Jewish people and also the Muslims taking, their religion serious and how their lifestyle is with it. Do you think that's the same for Christians? Do you think us Christians are not taking our faith serious, where it's like we've kind of like we're living our life like a blasé sort of thing? Could you just elaborate on that?
I understand your point. To the Jew, Judaism is a lifestyle. To the Muslim, Islam is a lifestyle. It's what they live. And us as Christians, or born-again Christians, Christianity is a lifestyle. It's not a religion for us to go to church on Sunday and just get excited and go back on Monday and behave behave differently. It's a lifestyle. And so it's tied in with their cultures. Their cultural values hold strong. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't. There's no line between their faith and their culture. It's the same thing. And that's what we are supposed to. That's how we begun. You understand? Uncle Charles would tell you when we were growing up, it was a must to go to church. Our parents. It was a must to have devotion. It was a must to discuss issues at home. These days, we don't have time for anything. But that's not where it's at. That thing is a cop-out when people say, I don't have time. No, you make time. you make time. Let me tell you a big story of what happened to me, why I am so passionate about this. One time I was here in Ghana, and I had to come to England. But it wasn't time yet. And my son, Charles, oh my God, the heir apparent, Charles C.J. Jr., and he called me and wanted me to come home because he was receiving an award or something, and I could not make, schedules could not work, and I had an exceptional booking that I couldn't turn down. I had to speak somewhere, very important. And then in conversation, Charles made a statement that I'll never forget. So, Dad, you're doing a great job, Daddy. I appreciate you. I love you, Dad. God is using you mightily in Africa and Ghana. I say, amen, amen. You're the man. You're the man. I was just getting excited with you. He turned around and said, what shall it profit a father if he gains the whole youth of Ghana and Africa and loses his own son?
Oh,
honey, I was on the next flight to England. You follow?
Yeah.
Because time, I had to make that time priority. Because if I didn't show up, Charles may forgive me, but it becomes a memory in his mind. He may end up hating Ghanaians because they took my dad away. And that becomes a seed that he will pass on to other generations. You follow?
Mm.
That so that's why the narrative and our actions must change. You follow? So I can't be telling people to put family first and I put ministry first. That's wrong. And so it opens the door for other entities to come in, other thoughts. Then he begins to look. It's like my daughter. If I teach her certain values about it, so that when she's out there, she knows what to do, what not to do. Because I always tell her, before you is I was. I make jokes like that. And these are things that we all, because we're talking about parenting. And so the lifestyle of the Jew, the lifestyle of the Muslim, is because they've tied their cultural values into their faith. Mm. And sometimes our cultural values are it's stems out of faith. The Bible teaches honor your father and mother. So it's all right for you to respect your parents. The Bible teaches that a man must work. So it's all right to go to work. The Bible talks about esteem. You have to esteem each other highly. The Bible talks about restoration. It's all cultural values. You have to help as family. If somebody goes wrong, we all help to build the person back. So it's not, but the question is, how do we mix the mix? It's in the mix. How do we put these values together and work? And the church, we're going to do that. I'm telling you. It's going to change. This generation, I call your generation the Issachar generation. Trust me, honey. Jasmine, my daughter, you are the Issachar generation. The Bible said that you understood the times and seasons, and you knew what to do. Knowledge has abounded, but the issue is what are we doing with the knowledge? You know what to do with the knowledge. Today they say knowledge is capital. In other words, what you know is what will make you money. Mm-hmm. So we need to, again, the narrative must change in our communities. The narrative must change from the pulpit. The narrative must change. Because the capital, if knowledge is capital, then education is vital. Education is general sense, not just academic, but life skills, values that we hold. You follow? And you girls are going to do it. I am so proud of your generation. I'm so proud to be alive to see you usher in what God really wants for us. That's why I call you the IG. Hashtag the IG. What's your figure? the Issachar generation. You guys, because you have knowledge, you know what to do, you're learning, and then you're living. So you're learning and living what you learn. You understand?
Amen. Thank you.
Amen. Well,
I love you, girl.
We've had a lot to talk about this morning. But Dr. Buckman, I just need you to do me a favor. You know, when you're coming back, can you please go to, I think it's called the Methodist Bookshop.
Yes.
And please ask them if they can give you a copy of Courtesy for Boys and Girls.
I knew you were coming there. I'm buying so many. I'm even trying to buy I'm hoping I can buy the rights so that we can print a lot in London for our children.
I think we'll kind of do a chapter.
Oh, Uncle Charles, you are in the spirit. You've always been in the spirit. Now you are in the super spirit now. I can't wait to see you guys over at AGMMA. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't wait. I can't wait. I said, Lord, have I got my frock ready, baby? You know? I can't wait. I can't wait. Listen, girls, I want you to pray every day for every young man on the streets of London. I want us to make sure that we don't kill our dreams. You guys have got a tremendous future. Your season and your generation is the best yet. You follow, and you need to tap. We live in an environment in England where it's an enabling environment. If you travel like me in Africa, you realize how blessed we are. It's not that England is better than Africa, but the environment, the things you need to grow, the enablement, the empowerment is better in England. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. Don't look at things that will not take you forward. Think about change. Think about what contribution you're making to the development of society. When I hear there's a young man, I'm praying that God will open the door for me to meet. Stormzy, whatever it's
Stormzy, yes.
Yeah. God is going to use him mightily.
Amen.
You put this on record. God is going to use Stormzy mightily. Any one young man that has influence over young people must impact them positively. Stormzy and all those Fuse DOG. Yeah, all those young men, and even in our gospel artists, that brings me to a point. The gospel artists, the gospel is not for the church. The gospel is for them to take it out to the community. In the church, we have minstrels who worship. In the church, we have psalmists who give us that. But when you're going to do gospel music, we're taking the good news to the world out there.
Yeah.
So every gospel artist must begin to come to AGMMA and learn and then go out there. Don't stay in the church. You see, light and light. When you're in the church, you're just showing your light. That's why there's already light in the church. We're just brightening each other. But when you take the gospel news to dark places, the music, you bring light to darkness. The Bible, the highway. But when you keep singing it in church, it's like my light is up, your light is up, Jasmine's light is up, Charlynn's light is all on. So it's just brighter. So we're not doing anything. You follow? But then when you take the light out there, those who were not just the musicians, the spoken word, them that do poetry, all those things, like Kendrick Lamar in Compton, those young men. These are generational changes. You are in the right place. Jasmine, this medium you're on, God is going to use you.
Amen.
So everybody must get out there and come to AGMMA. Let's collectively put it together and make a change. Not what Michael Jackson said. The change that God wants. Because there's a transition. The generations are shifting. Our generation, we're growing. And you guys need to take that button and do great works. Greater works would be do. Greater works. Trust me. You guys are going to do better than we did.
Thank you so much, Dr.
God bless you, girl.
Amazing.
God bless you, sir.
God bless you.
I'm getting my frock ready for Saturday.
Yes.
All right, Dr. Buckman.
I'll bring the books, Charles. God bless you, Charles. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for I don't know, the Holy Spirit just took over. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let's have church. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.
See you soon.
Okay, God bless.
God bless. And that was Dr. Charles Bachman there, all the way from the land where Jesus lives. No, that's Milton Keynes. He calls Ghana the land of milk and honey. Stay with us. We have coming up shortly a day from 7 gospel tracks with the updates.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
It's here, the African Gospel Music and Media Awards 2018, celebrating excellence. On the 2nd of June 2018, at East London Arts and Music Main Auditorium, 45 Maltings Close, Bromley by Bow, London, E3 3TA, from 6 p.m, featuring Joe Beto, Diana Hamilton, Isabella, Called Out Music, Shekinah, Dena Mwanga, Afri David, Angel Bernard, Judith Sefuma, Blessing Ali, and Reapers Choir. For tickets and information, visit AfricanGospelMusicAwards.com or call 07906 932 670. The African Gospel Music and Media Awards 2018, celebrating excellence.
Clap your hands and dance it on.
Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great tunes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. this and every Sunday. They're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
England at Wembley. You can't describe it. See the 3 Lions ahead of the FIFA World Cup in Russia. England v Nigeria, 5:15 p.m, Saturday, 2nd of June. thefa.com/tickets. Be there.
Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy newsy current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
We play your genre of music from contemporary gospel, high life, hip life, Afropop, Afrobeats on London's premier Afropolitan station.
Clap your hands like this. Come on. Sopranos.
Children of God, children of God, will you shout hallelujah? Shout hallelujah to the Lord 15 times.
Come on.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Come on.
Hallelujah.
Clap your hands, y'all. Clap your hands, y'all. Oh, my people, clap your hands. Oh, my people, clap your hands. Everybody, clap your hands. Satan has no clue in this one. Come on.
Children of God.
What?
Children of God. Will you shout hallelujah? Shout hallelujah to the Lord.
1, 2, 3. Come on.
Hallelujah.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Come on. Clap your hands, y'all. Messiah.
Messiah is the King of Kings. Messiah is the Lord of Lords. Messiah is the King of Kings. Messiah is the Lord of Lords.
Hallelujah.
That is a big song there by Evans. Boy, is a song titled Shout Hallelujah. And I tell you, we're just talking about this song. You know, if you actually see Evans or watch Evans and his team doing this song live, it's just fantastic. Good morning to you. You are still tuned into the Afropolitan Gospel Show here at ABN Radio, London's favorite Afropolitan station. And with me in the studio this morning are Jasmine and Charlynn. So, you know, we've been talking about some generational issues here and there. We've been talking about African gospel music, but you're talking about African gospel music. Here's a man who knows what's happening, what's you know, the in thing, the in music, brand new stuff, music that will blow your mind, music that you can download for free, the ones that you have to go buy to support. We have him live here on air. We haven't had him for about more than 2 weeks. He normally does every other week, but we, you know, because of a few things here and there, so he hasn't been live with us. But can we just say a very big good morning to Ade of 7 Gospel Tracks. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Uncle Charles.
How
Good
are
morning, Jasmine. Good morning, everyone in the studio. God bless you. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
it's been a long time coming. Yeah,
I know.
But we thank God. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, we've been quite busy over the last few, haven't we? Yeah. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, sir. Great to hear your voice.
Great. So yeah, just hit us with it. What is happening in the African gospel music world?
Yeah, a lot of wonderful new songs debuted on different digital platforms in the last couple of days, and we have wonderful news for all the listeners today. So please keep it locked as we just share these new tracks that we have with you. So as usual, we'll be taking us through 5 songs, and the songs have been carefully selected, and hopefully we believe they are songs that would end up coming through to your phones, possibly your car, you jamming them at home as well. So I believe there will be great songs for your listening pleasure. So at the number 5 position for the song today would be a track by someone that is quite really wonderful. It's kind of a new entry. He dropped a song in February, and the title of the song that he dropped in February was Let Go, and I'm talking about no other person than Idem Evangelist. Is a Ghanaian, and recently he won the Revelation Artist of the Year 2018 award in the gospel category, and he dropped this track to celebrate his birthday, and he titled it Mighty and Great. One thing I love about the song is the fact that it's an up-tempo, an upbeat kind of song, and it has a kind of urban feel to it and a kind of urban vibe. So most of the time I try to recommend people using their headphones when playing the song, because it's really a wonderful song that would hopefully moving into the summer and kind of do really, really well during the summer period as well, because it's the kind of song that you could jam outdoor, maybe when you're having a gospel event. So that's the number 5 song for us. It's by Idem Evangelist. The title is Mighty and Great, and like I said, it has an urban Afrobeat vibe to it, and it will really get you dancing and pumping. So yeah, we now move to the number 4 song. Number 4 song today is a song from no other person than the Manchester-based Zion. I'm sure we're all familiar with Zion. His first song.
He was actually here in the studio yesterday with Gospel Connect.
Wow, that's really brilliant. He's really, really doing well, and he's an amazing gospel artist as well. And his last song was picked up by BBC Introducing in Manchester, where he performed an acoustic live show, or performed an acoustic live performance during the BBC introducing event in Manchester. And he's also released a new one titled Calvary. According to him, it's his best to date, and it's really a good song as well. It's a song that talks about the work of Christ on the cross of Calvary and how the work that Christ did really paved way for so many things we are enjoying as believers. So he's really doing really well as well, and is getting a lot of plays, and is really showing up in lots of radio stations as well. So if there's a song to look out for, that's the song to pick. That's Calvary by Zion. And we have another new entry occupying the third position. So many people haven't kind of gotten used to listening to our kind of music. Some people don't even know that she exists. But a few months back, we did blog about our first song called Evidence, and the song was really cool. So, but she's out again with another song, and the title of the song is Serve. And I'm talking about no other person than Asha Elia, and she's really a wonderful upcoming gospel artist that we should really look out for. Our own genre is more like R&B. She really loves R&B, and this new song is the kind of song that everyone would enjoy if you are a fan of gospel R&B. And when she was talking about this particular track, when we reached out to her to ask her the inspiration behind this particular song, she told us that in her own words, quoting her, she said, "I would say my life inspired Serve, and my constant aim is to live out of raw love for God." And then she also then added that writing the lyrics was a natural thing that happened to her, merely because these were true reflections of things that she was going through at that particular point in time. So she's also really doing well, and our song is a song that we can lay hands on and really listen to. Her name is Asha Elia, and the title of the track is Serve. So we then move on to the number 2 position. At that position is a song from Enos, the amazing Nigerian female gospel artist. In 2017, she was listed as one of the ambassadors of African gospel music, and she was also nominated in the 100, not necessary position, but among the 100 most inspiring women in Nigeria. And I'm talking about no other person than Onos. And she also has a new song, and the title of the song is Your Season. And she's dropped this song. It's a third single in this year, and she's really doing well. So we're hoping that hopefully she would drop some album soon, because she dropped an album last year, and we're hoping that she would hopefully drop another album soon, because she's really dropping a lot of singles.
Honest is actually, Charlynn, remind me, but she's actually nominated in the Female of Excellence category, isn't she?
Yes, she was. She was nominated, and fingers crossed. Hopefully, who knows, she might pick up something during the AGMMA 2018 awards. Yeah, so she's also really doing well. So that's the number 2 song, and that's Honors, Your Season. And for the number 1 position is a song. On this number 1 position, we have a song by Olaido Ibe. If you have not been listening to this song, I would critically and I would categorically say you are really missing out. The title of the song is Good Life, and it's really I don't really know how to describe it. The quality of the song, the mixing, the mastering of the song is really wonderful, and it's a tropical house stroke Afrobeat kind of song, and it has a bit of R&B undertone. It's a song that would give you positivity. It's going to give you energy when you're listening to it. And if you're going through any stress or depressed or feeling kind of down, if you're looking for a song to listen to get you up and get you out of the mood, then please lay your hands on Good Life by Olaido Ibe. And it's a song that would really help you. And in her own words, she says she would really love anyone and everyone to shout out of their lungs, "I no longer have stress, I just have joy and happiness. So those are the 5 songs that we have kind of handpicked for us today, running quickly through all of them and doing a quick countdown. The number 5 position belongs to Idem Evangelists, Mighty and Great, and we have number 4. We have Calvary by Zion. The third position, we have Asha Elias Serve, and second we have Honors, Your Season, and then at the number 1 position is Ola Edo Ibe's Good Life. So these are the 5 songs we've picked for our listeners, and there are many more out there that have been released or that have debuted on many digital stores. So please take time to get them downloaded, support the artists in whatever way that you can. And if you have gotten your tickets as well, it will be great to meet a lot of these artists at AGMMA 2018 event coming up on Saturday.
Can you believe it? This time next week we'll be talking about what happened last night at AGMMA. That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ade, thank you very much, and we'll see you nice and early at AGMMA. Please make sure you're there for 5:30 for the red carpet.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you. God bless.
God bless you, Jasmine. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. God bless you too.
So that was Ade from 7gospeltracks.com, just bringing us up to speed with what's happening in the African gospel music world. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This is the Afropolitan Gospel Show, and I have with me here today
Jasmine
and
Charlynn.
Thank you very much, ladies. We'll be back again shortly.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife, save your life.
Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy news current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
Hi, this is Rodney Hines.
And I'm Michael.
Join us on the Voice of Sports show each and every Saturday on ABN Radio.
We'll keep you bang up to date with all the latest football scores, and we'll discuss all the big talking points in the world of sport. So don't forget, join us this Saturday, 4 till 6 on ABN Radio UK.
No one plays it better on the radio than us. ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats. You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
London's Afropolitan radio station.
More news, more information. This is ABN News on the
Sky News
Hour.
Centre at 9. An 18-year-old woman and a 20-year-old man have died after falling ill at a music festival in Portsmouth. They were taken to hospital from the mutiny event last night, where they later died. Their deaths aren't being treated as suspicious, but our reporter Katerina Vitozzi says the organisers are urging people not to take drugs.
We are aware of a dangerous, high-strength or bad batch substance on site. We strongly urge you not to take any substances whatsoever and to report any symptoms of illness or discomfort immediately to medical, welfare, security or the safeguarding team.
Ireland's vote to relax abortion laws is putting pressure on Theresa May to make a similar move in Northern Ireland. Members of the Prime Minister's own cabinet have joined opposition leaders and backbenchers in demanding change. The Justice Secretary says more women who commit crimes are to be spared prison. David Gauke claims the government's delayed strategy on female offenders, due to be published last year, will be released very shortly. There's fresh hope that a summit between Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un could still go ahead next month. The US president says negotiations between his country and North Korea are going very well, just days after he cancelled the meeting. In sport, 2 goals from Gareth Bale, including a stunning overhead kick, helped Real Madrid beat Liverpool 3-1 in last night's Champions League final. The Wales international came off the bench at 1-1 and turned the match in the Spanish side's favour. Bale hasn't been a regular starter for Real this season and says he'll now think carefully about his future.
Literally the game's just finished, so obviously I've got a long summer to kind of relax, unwind, and maybe I'll be staying here, maybe not. So we'll sit down in the summer and talk about things and try and resolve the issue.
And Fulham will be back in the Premier League next season after a 1-0 win over Aston Villa in the Championship playoff final at Wembley. They survived having a man sent off in the second half. That's the latest. I'm Annie Green.
ABN Radio, London's premier Afropolitan station.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart of the family ripped apart. Consider the potential never realised. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred or respect. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife and save a life. Quentin Slowly, supporting all family and young people.
The Discourse on ABN Radio, engaging our community with discerning conversation.
Join me, Esther Alade, on The Discourse, where we will be redefining perspectives with authentic analysis.
Join The Discourse from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on ABN Radio.
This Friday and every Friday on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. It's that time of the year for Integrity Conference 2018, Revive Us Again, hosted by Pastor Kingsley Appiaje, with guest speakers Pastor Eastwood Anaba, Pastor Francis Sapon, Reverend Celia Appiaje Collins, and Reverend David Shoshana, on Wednesday the 30th of May to Sunday the 3rd of June at Oasis House, Peel Road, Croydon. Registration is free. Visit tbcoasishouse.com. See you there. What do you like for breakfast?
Well, it depends what mood I'm in. If I'm happy, I like a little bit of porridge with banana because I'm feeling healthy. If I'm in a...
Me, I like a bit of fruit. Nice apples, sliced apples.
I love
banana.
a cinnamon and raisin bagel, some scrambled eggs, and a...
I say nice English bit.
Salad, fruit and orange.
I like wholemeal bagel with a bit of cream cheese on it and some bacon and then some avocado. And on the side, I like to have...
Fried egg with bacon, with baked beans, toast.
I normally take my cocoa. Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. I'm a typical Ghanaian, so I like my cocoa. I'm not too sure. I normally don't eat breakfast.
It doesn't matter how you like your breakfast, or you may not like breakfast at all, but you will love the sound of your radio when the breakfast is Afropolitan. Watch out for the new ABN Radio Breakfast Show with Efuadum. ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station.
Extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil.
ABN Radio, home of Afrobeats. You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Father, we give you all the glory.
We thank you for our lives, oh God. We thank you for our health. We thank you for our families. Father, we thank you for the times we're in, for what you're going to do, for what you've done. We give you the glory. Not unto us, oh God, not unto any man. To you be the glory.
With everything we have, with everything we are, for everything you've done.
fantastic worship track there by Kwesi, and it's from his upcoming Anthems album. You know what? The Lord deserves all the glory, honor, and adoration. How are you doing this morning? Thank you very much for tuning into the Afropolitan Gospel Show. This is Uncle Charles, and I have with me here in the studio this morning. You know what? It's great to have company in the studio. It's always terrible when you're in here for 3 hours. You know, I love being here, but 3 hours on your own can be a bit like, you know what? So this is great. There's various ways of getting in touch with us here in the studio as well. We would like to hear from you. If you're on Twitter, you can send us a message at ABN Radio UK. You can also WhatsApp us on 0788747594. Just to remind you, AGMMA, just 6 days away, guys. Can you believe it?
6 days.
6 days, you know. So,
oh gosh.
Earlier on, we were talking about the fact that African gospel music has kind of moved on a little bit, hasn't it?
It has.
Would you say a little bit or a lot?
I would say a lot. I would definitely say a lot. What about you, Jasmine?
Yeah.
No, incredibly, like a lot, because now we don't even recognize it how it used to be. Like African gospel music has changed drastically. Like the technicalities, the you know, the renditions of old songs are now like, you know, just it's good. Yeah. It's nice. It's got this good feeling, nice feeling about it. What do you think about it? Like,
I definitely agree. We were talking about this earlier. I remember the first time I went to a concert that I just like, wow, this is amazing. And it was nearly 10 years ago now. And it was in Ghana at the National Theatre, Harbour City Mass Choir and Nyokai. And it was unbelievable. This was like, I don't know, 9 years ago. And I feel like that was really over the past, I don't know, 10 years. There's just been so much of a variety of African gospel music that, you know, there's so much choice. And, you know, we all love the kind of the local style as well, but now you have people kind of infuse jazz,
rock.
Exactly. But still kind of keeping to their core and, you know, being unashamed about speaking their own languages. Like, we all speak like Yoruba and Zulu now, and everyone speaks Chi because we all listen to music where that is part of it, and everybody's so proud of being able to speak their own language and being able to add their own style. So I think definitely over the past, you know, 10, 15 years, there's just been so much of a variety, which is so great to see. Like, I really appreciate that I can go on Spotify, iTunes, and have more variety of music than just listening to like some of the, you know, American gospel artists who are fantastic. But it's nice to have your own, you know, brand of stuff. It's nice to have your own you know, like something that you can identify with as well. Definitely. So 100%.
So talking about identity, Jasmine, I mean, you know, what does identifying with African gospel music mean to you, and how has it been identifying, you know, trying to identify with that kind of music? Because, I mean, go back a few years and it wasn't the coolest thing to do to actually admit to be African. Even. I mean, what were your experiences, you know?
I mean, back in the days, I, as I said previously, I had no option but to listen to old school gospel music. But during those days, you were a bit like shy to kind of like tell people.
Why was that though?
I think it's just the style and just the videos and
a bit mediocre.
A bit mediocre. It wasn't to the standard of the other genre of music. It wasn't like how secular people, you know, make music. So it's like you shy away from expressing how you like it.
But even though you just said something there, but should our music kind of conform to secular music, or what exactly are you trying to say when you bring that secular thing in there?
Me in the spot. But I think...
No, you're trying to talk about excellence here, isn't it?
Yeah, we are. And a lot of the secular music artists invest a lot of money and invest so much time in perfecting their craft and
but you see, so that starts a whole new argument, because when you start talking about how they can perfect their craft and take things to a different level, somebody's going to tell you the kind of music money that is available to the secular.
Isn't it? Yeah.
It's not available to gospel artists, so they do the best with what they have. I mean, as you can imagine, we were talking about an Afrobeat event at the O2 yesterday.
Right, yes.
It was sold out. I mean, I saw it on
Sold
YouTube.
out.
It was sold proper sold out. Do you know how much were the tickets?
It was about, when I went to check, 150.
Okay.
And I
so
just
150 sold out event at the O2. Can you imagine?
Okay, the amount of money that they've generated from that.
How much are we charging for AGMMA?
£20.
So do you see, work the maths out?
Yeah.
Do you get me? So, I mean, that's not to say we're not doing excellence, because, I mean, when we talk about AGMMA is about excellence, promoting excellence, really.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, but things, as you're saying, if I'm correct, then we're not where we used to be.
No.
So tell me a little bit about where we used to be before. Did you see that you thought, oh, no, that's not me?
What did you see before?
I would just go back to the quality of the videos. It was so wrong. I'm so sorry. It was like, as you said, mediocre. It wasn't to perfection, and it wasn't something that I would like to watch. Although the music was amazing and nice, and I wouldn't mind listening to it, but I wouldn't go around saying, "Oh, have you heard this music?" or "Do you like this music?" or "Oh, this is African music I'm playing," or listening to it on the bus, or do you know what I mean? You wouldn't go around playing it like how you play secular music. But now, it's like we're out there playing the music because why? It sounds like
it's become more global now.
It's become more global,
People
and
can identify.
People can identify with it. It's more inviting. Like other cultures and other race are intrigued and want to know more about gospel music now
from Africa.
Of the sound, it sounds different.
But how much of that is also people who are from Africa and like in the diaspora and stuff, just also being proud of it and supporting that as well, because we're talking about it being maybe a finite. People did the best with what they had at the time, so no one's saying, but people did do the best that they had what they had, but then you support that and then eventually it becomes better once you kind of support it, because nothing is going to be, at the beginning of everything is not always the best, you know what I mean? But I think as things go on and people support African music and African gospel music, then the artists also put out better quality music, and then it becomes something that you want to talk about, because honestly I was thinking about my playlist right now. When you go on Spotify, iTunes or whatever, my most played songs are all African gospel music, or like they'll do little daily mixes or recommend, and so even if you go to an American gospel artist, it will recommend you to listen to Sonny Badu or Kwesi Oteng or Joe Mettle. It will come up already, so it's it's at the same. And I think that's a good thing. I think we should just keep
sort of some kind of a level playing field when it comes to access.
Yeah, in terms of access, that's the thing as well, access to it. Because before, I remember when I was younger, you could only, and that's with everything, but you could only really watch videos on TV when they were being played. You couldn't. Now we have
somebody actually chose what you had to watch, dictated.
Exactly.
But now you can go the whole day without watching. Well, you choose what you watch.
What you want to watch. So obviously, I think that's a big part of it as well. But I think there's just been so much growth and just so much good music that nobody can deny it. Nobody can say that. Nobody can pretend that is not a massive African gospel influence or even knock it. Not at all.
But there's still some stuff out there which is a bit.
I mean, that's like with everything.
Like with everything else.
Yeah.
We're not saying it's perfect.
Yeah.
But I think
there is so much more good stuff than not,
but I think for me, from where I stand and with my engagement with African gospel music, I think it's the real game changer has been social media,
right?
Because whereas before, you could only get music out to the people if you were signed to a big record label who would push your music out there. Social media has actually improved access, where I can go to a studio, put stuff out, and I can let the whole world know about it, because I've got access to Instagram, I've got access to Facebook, I've got access to all kinds of things, WhatsApp and everything else. So we thank God for that. But then I mean, the most important thing is that we support it, because I mean, you know, we shouldn't be complacent thinking things are, you know, we should really go out there. If I mean, I don't want to name names, but some of these Afrobeat artists, somebody put stuff out there, and within a video on YouTube, and within like a couple of days, they've got like 2 million. And do we actually know what 2 million views means for an artist?
Huge. It's major.
It's major. And I watch, you know, stuff on video on YouTube, and I'm looking, these are good Christian videos, and they've got like 1,000 views or 2,000 views. We have to be intentional about
Very
actually
much
going
so.
online and watching these, because it puts money in the pockets of artists, right? And what that means is that they can go out there and bring out better quality music. They can use quality, well, I don't want to say quality producers, but obviously there are producers and there are producers. Do you get what I'm saying? So what that means is that they can go out there and afford the services of people who can add value to their ministries, you know. So let's go out there, you know, when somebody puts videos out there, hey, let's watch it. I
love the fact that you've touched on the support side of the music industry. Support is major. You know, the likes of Wizkid and other artists like Kirk Franklin, they all started from nothing. And it's the fact that people actually took the time to invest and support them. And I think right now people are recognizing gospel music now, and the only thing left for us Christians or us everyone else to do is to just actually support, and not just support in terms of go to free events, but actually invest your money in supporting
paid events as well.
Because they don't cost that much. You're literally paying less and you're getting more out of it. So it's like when people take their time to invest financially into, you know, events like AGMMA, events like, you know, other events, other gospel events. I think we need to kind of like support.
See, the thing is, sometimes as well, you know, when we're promoting these things, we don't know what it's doing for the career of the artist. One of the videos that we're going to show at AGMMA is an artist from Malawi. His name is Suffix. Now, Suffix's video called Imkazi Wakumwamba won the video of the year video of excellence last year. Now, because of that video, I don't know if you've ever heard of an artist from America, goes by the name of oh god, the name's gone. Anyway, it was Show Baraka, right? Show Baraka actually saw that video, and he saw that this guy had actually won an award with that video. He flew from America, went to Malawi, and did a collaboration. And Suffix talks about it in his video. Do you get what I'm saying? So we're giving these people that support and the exposure. And what that means is it elevates their ministry. It makes their ministry more accessible to the world. But then also the other side of the coin is the artists themselves must be willing and ready to also add value, because we're talking about the Wizkids and we're talking about the Davidos and people paying 150. There has to be a justification as to why I have to come and pay 150 pounds to see you. And if we can add value, because there are gospel artists whose concerts, you know, tickets are selling for 50 pounds, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, you know, but that's because there is justification as to why I want to pay that sort of money. So, you know, I think it's a two-way thing.
It's a two-way thing.
Really okay, how about we're just going to do a track. We're talking about the quality of music. Here is a group. In fact, we had the principal of this group here in the studio a couple of weeks ago from Royal Connections. This is the Royal Tribe, and here is a song titled Tomorrow.
Struggles weigh me down. He promised to take care of me. I wouldn't worry about tomorrow, 'cause I know the one who owns tomorrow. When life struggles weigh me down, he promised to take care of me. I gave it just to take me out. I gave it all to God. Fill my heart with pain. I gave it all to God. This is what I did. I gave it all to God. Some say I won't make it. I gave it all to God. You're counting me out. I gave it all to God. Thought that I was done for. This is what I did. I gave it all to God. I wouldn't worry about tomorrow, 'cause I know the one who owns tomorrow. When life struggles weigh me down, he promised to take care of me. I wouldn't worry about tomorrow, 'cause I know the one who owns tomorrow. When life struggles weigh me down, he promised to take care of me. I gave it all to God, just to take me out. I gave it all to God. Fill my heart with pain. I gave it all to God. This is what I did. I gave it all to God. Some say I won't make it. I gave it all to God. Counting me out. I gave it all to God. Thought that I was done. I gave it all to God. This is what I did. I gave it all to God.
Not say against the wall. What's standing upside down? Things ain't looking that good.
Give it all to God.
I said we'll make it through, and that you are through. What if God is the truth?
Give it all to God.
Not say against the wall. What's standing upside down? Things ain't looking that good.
Give it all to God.
I said we'll make it through, and that you are through. What if God is the truth?
Give it all to God.
I wouldn't worry about tomorrow, 'cause I know the one who owns tomorrow. When life struggles weigh me down, he promised to take care of me. I wouldn't worry about tomorrow, 'cause I know the one who owns tomorrow. When life struggles weigh me down, he promised to take care of me. I
gave it all to God,
just to take me out.
I gave it all to God.
Fill my heart with pain.
I gave it all to God.
This is what I did.
I gave it all to God.
Some say I won't make it.
I gave it all to God.
Counting me out.
I gave it all to God.
Thought that I was done for. This is what I did.
I gave it all to God.
Not say against the wall. What's standing upside down? Things ain't looking that good.
Give it all to God.
I said we'll make it through, and that you are through. What if God is the truth?
Give it all to God.
Not say against the wall. What's standing upside down? Things ain't looking that good.
Give it all to God.
I said we'll make it through, and that you are through. What if God is the truth?
Give it all to God.
This is ABN Radio, Afrocentric, Cosmopolitan. We are London's Afropolitan station.
Consider that life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realised. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive. Drop that knife. Save your life.
It was a well-paying job, respectable, wearing a suit and tie every day. But I drank 24/7. Drank on the way to work, drank at work.
I never could come to terms with admitting that I had an alcohol problem or a pill problem. I decided to get clean, and so I went to the Narconon program.
Not only did I handle my drug addiction, I completely knew how to live life.
Call Narconon today at 01435 512 460. 01435 512 460.
It's here, the African Gospel Music and Media Awards 2018, celebrating excellence. On the 2nd of June 2018, at East London Arts and Music Main Auditorium, 45 Maltings Close, Bromley by Bow, London, E3 3TA, from 6 p.m, featuring Joe Beto, Diana Hamilton, Isabella, Called Out Music, Shekinah, Dena Mwanga, Afri David, Angel Bernard, Judith Sefuma, Blessing Ali, and Reaper's Choir. For tickets and information, visit AfricanGospelMusicAwards.com or call 07906 932 670. The African Gospel Music and Media Awards 2018, celebrating excellence.
Clap your hands and dance it on.
Mixpiration with Bright every Sunday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. is just fun. It's exciting. It's a mix of contemporary R&B and pop gospel music right here on ABN Radio. Enjoy great themes every Sunday evening with Bright on Mixpiration, a blend of great inspiring songs just for your Sunday evening relaxation. Tune in from 6 to 8 p.m. this and every Sunday. They're on ABN Radio, London's Afropolitan radio station. Work it. Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy newsy current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
DJ Gas Gorilla is a Niger Kenya collabo, still alive on the streets. Ricto, Oyana.
Kama sio Mungu dunia ingenitia uchungu, hakukuta ningenyimwa, jua nayo ningekatiwa, maji ya kunywa nisingepata, hata kongele cha Mungu ningekatazwa, maskini mimi. The way you bless me, the thing that make me high. The way you bless me, the thing that make me shine. Jehovah bless me, everybody follow me. Jehovah bless me, everybody sing along. Hauli siruza kubariki, ubariki bila pendavyo. Hauli siruza kubariki, ubariki bila pendavyo.
Let's go. The Lord is blessing me right now. The Lord has favored me all the way. I'm walking in power, I'm walking in favor. Let the people talk, it's not no be man talk. The way you bless me, the thing that make me high. The way you bless me, the thing that make me shine. Jehovah bless me, everybody follow me. Jehovah bless me, everybody sing along.
Hauli siruza kubariki, ubariki bila pendavyo. Hauli siruza kubariki, ubariki bila pendavyo. Asante Baba kwa uzuri wako, asante Baba kwa kunipenda mimi. Asante Baba kwa uzuri wako, asante sana, asante sana.
Only you, hey Jehovah, only you, hey Jehovah, only you now. And you be the one who make it matter. Now some me and I'm not, and you be the one who make it matter.
sound of Africa from the east to the west coast. Big Dog, Joe Face, the Emperor, Fat E on the beat. Still alive on the streets. Him whom the Lord has blessed, he's blessed indeed. Walk with my man. Yep. Shit, music.
Why stop? Let's go. I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. Okay. I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, yeah, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. What? Told you I was in my own lane. Stay real, homie, ain't a darn thing change. Rip the mic up, tell me where you're best at. See these lyrics hit your heart, push your chest back. Made for greatness, trying to be the greatest. I can be, homie, put this music on your playlist. H-Town where I be, although so many haters. Rise above, leave them all missing hiatus. Yo, it feels good to be back. Before I start, homie, let me take my victory lap. I ain't bragging, homie, we just dabbing, homie, cross the finish line. What you smiling at before? Is you now a friend of mine? Make music that be meaningful. Kids and the young heads, that's who I be speaking to. Keep it moving, never let a hater win though. Shine a light into your life just like a window. Shine a light into your life just like a window. I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. Okay, I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. Listen up, I'm all about life and love, so I give that when a fella write these bars. So let it bang through your speakers. Gotta keep the flow clean like the way you treat your new sneakers. New school preachers, honest they be sleeping. While they hype talking, we be over here eating. Fresh out the kitchen, cooking these tracks, serve them back to the masses. Raise rap from the dead, no ashes. Knock them out, legends like Cassius Clay. Black shades, never let a hater blind my way. Stay real to myself, that's how it goes. This be art from the heart, fella, artery flow. Like a heart attack, put these rappers' careers in the body bag. Truth music is what your body lacks. So I bring it to you straight, never sideways. Give life with your flow, let it hydrate. Give life with the flow, let it hydrate. I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. Okay, I'm all about life and love, so I give that when the fella write these bars. So let it bang, let it bang, let it bang, homie, just let it bang. Yo, living life so bliss.
That is Courtney Antipas from Zimbabwe. There was a song titled Bang, talking about the fact that he's all about life and love. So when a fellow writes the music, let that song bang. What that means is basically just play, just support the music. So ladies, you know, we're talking about, you know, the variation in genres. So we've been playing some stuff like, you know, very traditional, all the way to this type of music. You know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's just great stuff out there. So that, you know, if you're into different varieties or genres of music, then hey, you have no reason to say, oh, you haven't, you know, we don't get this or that. Because as you can see, we've played worship. There's some praise and worship, some traditional stuff, which I'm gonna play in a minute as well. And then, you know, if you're into your hip hop, hey, there you go.
There's music for everyone. You can't complain.
Music from everyone. You haven't got any excuse. And that's what's gonna happen on AGMMA night as well.
Ooh,
different types of music. You know, there's great worship, jazz infused music, some typical praise and worship, white handkerchief kind of stuff as well. You know, it's all gonna happen live. So what kind of preparation has gone on? So you know, Charlynn is part of the AGMMA team. Tell us some of the preparations that have gone into the year and what people should look out for on Saturday.
Yeah, so I think like this year, I think there's been a lot of anticipation, which has been really fantastic to see. And I think obviously that stems from, we're very excited about it. So I think people are looking forward to it. We have some incredible people who are going to be coming to AGMMA this year. Like you said, it ranges from across the board. We have Shekinah Sings, who have been a part of AGMMA in one way or another.
It's amazing because Shekinah's they've been around. Forever. They're quite young, but they've been around for forever.
So I was thinking about it, and since they were like teenagers, and they are all three of them incredible vocalists, and they have a new single, I believe, that's coming out soon. So look out for that. We also, in that same vein, have Called Out Music, who is just amazing. He's a young man, and he has just got some incredible music, and he kind of fuses the whole Afrobeat. He does sing it in. He sings in Yoruba as well, I think. Or he does his own like mixes, and he has like a really great Afro contemporary sound. Jesus Is Your Mind is just a great song. And then you have the likes of Auntie Diana Hamilton, who does great contemporary stuff, and also some amazing kind of more local stuff as well. She's been in the game for a very long time. So looking forward to that as well. Also have Isabella, who is just always so fabulous, has a great album. I think she also has a single out as well.
I always say to her, I wonder how she manages without high heels. Every time I've seen Isabella, she's on shoes that are like 1 foot high. My word.
So yeah, looking forward to that. She's an amazing vocalist as well, great worship leader. And then we also have people like Joe Metal as well, who are on the bill. Really looking forward to that. His song Bononi was just massive over the past year. It's been actually videos gone past, I think 2 million. It's about 2.5 million. Amazing song, really well done song. And then of course Samuel Posso as well. Oh my gosh, amazing. His swag album is really good, has some great songs on there as well, so really looking forward to that. So we have a variety. Whatever you're into when it comes to African gospel, you can find someone who is going to be doing that. So I think we're all really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great night. It's going to be at ELAM, which is East London Arts and Music. Just opposite Bow Road Station, isn't it? So literally across the road, as soon as you get there, you'll see it's a big grey building. It says ELAM on the top of it. So that's on Saturday, 2nd of June. So tickets, you go to AfricanGospelMusicAwards.com and you can grab your tickets. Don't wait until the day before.
Well, VIP
sold out. Last year, if you were there, you remember it was completely sold out.
We had to turn people away. And for me, that was quite painful.
It is,
actually, turning people away.
Of course. So, make sure that you grab your tickets as early as possible this week. You need to make sure you get your tickets. And yeah, it's going to be a great event. All of this is to show what God has given to all of us that come from Africa and the diaspora, like our way of worship, our way of music. So, people always think, with awards, you're kind of hyping up people, but, you're saying well done for the hard work. And because these people aren't necessarily backed by huge record labels, it's independent work they're doing. So it's to say, well done, continue, people see you and appreciate what it is that you're doing. And then also to, celebrate, enjoy, worship God. So yeah, make sure you're there. It's going to be great. It's going to be a really, really good time. So yeah, we look forward to it and hope to see everyone there.
To see everyone here. So when we come back, we're going to hear what Jasmine has to say about what she's expecting from AGMMA as well. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to play you music by a gentleman who's actually been nominated in the Producer of Excellence category, Music Producer of Excellence category. We're talking about Kofi Duah-Anto. Fantastic, multi-talented gentleman from, his vocals, his productions, everything. I just love stuff about whatever he does. So don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
This is ABN Radio.
It's really my type of music.
We play your genre of music from contemporary gospel, high life, hip life, Afropop, and Afrobeats.
Play loads of music
on London's premier Afropolitan station. We are online, DAB, and
the ABN Radio app.
Life wasted. Consider the heart ripped out of a family. Consider the potential never realized. Are these the things you consider when you carry a knife? It's not about street cred. It's about staying alive.
Drop that knife, save your life. Tune in to the new ABN Breakfast Show from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. The London City Show has evolved into an all-new breakfast show with sizzling slices of juicy news current affairs served with junior jumbo-sized convos on issues you should be aware of. What did I just say? The ABN Breakfast Show, the Afropolitan breakfast you can't afford to miss.
England at Wembley. You can't describe it. See the three lions ahead of the FIFA World Cup in Russia. England v Nigeria, 5:15 p.m. Saturday, 2nd of June. thefa.com/tickets. Be there.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Strong and mighty, yes, we're in Kunima. See, I'm an overcomer. Listen, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper. For the greater one lives in me, yes, it does, yes. Yes, we're in Kunima. See, I'm an overcomer. I say, yes, we're in Kunim. Yes, we're in Kunim. See, I'm an overcomer. I'm an overcomer. Cause I yes, we're in Kunim. Yes, we're in Kunim. Over Satan power. Cause I in Kunim. I'm an overcomer. I'm a ding now. I'm getting to Hosanna. Hosanna. I am for you now. Jesus Nurbano. Are you for your Narbo? Woman to Hosanna. I mean, I won't bother say Jesus Nurbano. Are you for your Narbo? Kojo, come on. handkerchief. I'm into Hosanna. I am for Hinarbo. Jesus Nurbano. I am for Hinarbo.
That is definitely a white handkerchief one there by Koda Kofidra Anto, and it's a song titled Hosanna. My name is Uncle Charles, and this is the Afropolitan Gospel Show here at ABN Radio, London's favorite Afropolitan station. How about this brand new one by Muyiwa and River Songs? This is Aladewura, brand new one.
You are listening to the Afropolitan Gospel Show with Uncle Charles.
Reign forevermore, Emmanuel. Our God is with us, Emmanuel. God is on our side, Emmanuel. Our God is with us, Emmanuel.
Reigns forevermore. Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us. Emmanuel.
God is on our side.
God is on our side. Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us. Emmanuel.
The root of David, the rose of Sharon, the reason Lord, He's the rock of ages, the Son of God, Son of Man, Aladewura, He's the Lion of Judah.
The root of David, the rose of Sharon, the reason Lord, He's the rock of ages, Son of God, Son of Man, the Lion of Judah. Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us.
Feel like lifting Him up. God is on our side.
God is on our side.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Call His name again for me. What you call Him? The root of David, the rose of Sharon, the reason Lord, He's a rock of ages, the Son of God, He's the Son of Man, Aladewura, He's the Lion of Judah.
The root of David, the rose of Sharon, the reason Lord,
He's a rock of ages, Son of Man.
I've seen tough times, but I still got my life. I know God's on my side, so I got to rise. I shout praise cause I got the right. When it's dark, can't stop the light. Nah, I've been searching everywhere for some hope. So Lord, if you're with me, let me know. I wanna feel your peace, move mountains, still the seas. Storms come, but still we sleep, cause we know you're in control. You just lead and I'll follow. Living water, fill my soul. Holy fire when it's cold. Find my faith and hit the road, but I don't know. I'll get low, and I don't know. I'll get low, cause I've been finding it hard. But you brought me out of the dark. Look at my face, no, just look at His grace. It's great, now look at my faith. So blessed, why wouldn't I change? You're with me, so why wouldn't I say
Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us.
No matter how it feels, God is on our side. Say,
God is on our side.
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Our God is with us.
Our God is with us.
I feel like lifting Him up. He reigns. I'm gonna keep on going. Emmanuel.
Oh, I can't believe we're at the end of today's show. You know, 3 hours goes quite quick, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. I can't believe it.
Oh, man. Guys, listen. We're at the end of the show now. I can't believe it's only 5 minutes to 10 o'clock now. We're going to make our way out of here. But we hope to see you at the African Gospel Music and Media Awards on Saturday, the 2nd of June, Elam, as Charlynn said. Listen, if you're driving there, there's loads of parking as well, you know, just opposite Elam. So as you enter 12 Trees Avenue, on your left is a car wash. You can park there. All arrangements are in place as well. If you're traveling by public transport, very, very easy. I think on Docklands Light Rail, the nearest Docklands Light Rail is it Devon's Park? Devon's Road. Devon's Road, yeah, on Docklands Light Rail. And then you've got directly opposite Elam is the District Line Station, Bromley by Bow. As you come out of Bromley by Bow, just look across the A12. Please don't cross the A12. There's I think there's a tunnel to get on the other side. There's a tunnel, just go through. It's about 2 minutes walk and you're in Elam. It's going to be fantastic. If you have your VIP tickets, please make sure you're there between 5 and half 5, because there's the VIP reception, some little drinky thing, and red carpet, TV cameras, you know, the whole shebang. And I tell you what, there's going to be some real surprises on the night as well. We've got some big name artists who are coming on the night, but you have to be there to meet them, take some photos with them and all that stuff. But the music above all is going to exalt the name of Jesus. That's what's important.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's just coming together in that kind of environment, you know, dress proper, you know.
Bring your dancing shoes, because it's not going to be a sitting down sort of event.
Yeah, if you want to bring spare shoes, because, you know.
Look nice, of course. Come with your heels on the right red carpet, take your pictures, but bring some flat shoes and get ready to dance.
Most definitely. So guys, your final words and then we'll be out of here.
We are so looking forward to seeing everybody at AGMMA. Make sure that you are there. We're going to be start red carpets from 5:30. So come in and enjoy it. We're going to have a great time. So look forward to seeing everybody there next week Saturday.
Next week Saturday. Please come on time. Please come on time. No black people's time, because we're actually starting on the dot, isn't it?
We banish that. Jasmine just had to go there.
I'm so sorry, but you know, we're so looking forward to it. It's going to be an amazing event. I'm looking forward to seeing quite a lot of artists. You know, it's gospel artists such as, you know, let me not name names, but you know, all of them.
Listen, they've been specially selected, guys. You know what? These lot are digging holes deeper than they can actually bury themselves in. So on that note, we'll just say have a blessed Sunday. We'll see you soon, very, very soon at AGMMA, of course. Take care. God bless. Bye.
We play your genre of music, from contemporary gospel, high life, hip life, Afropop, Afrobeats, on London's premier Afropolitan station.
Straight out the cafe. You lead that